Hi there, Leo. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for March. This month begins with a whole lot of energy permeating around the first few days. This comes in the shape of a new moon, which is asking you to be mindful of business, property, long-term financial planning, and also close alliances. But it also forges a great link with Jupiter and Pluto. Now, Pluto is going to be forging an enabling link with the Sun for the first week of this month, but you've got to be open to the prospect of change, of your situation evolving. If you're too inflexible or fixed, then that can cause a problem and see you resist the opportunities that can flow your way. Now, communication is going to be very important this month, and there are some fantastic opportunities to do it well. Although Mars does start to tread backwards on day one, in week 2, it forges a gorgeous link with Mercury in your sector of partnerships, suggesting that it can be a great time to clear the air or to set in motion a scheme with one other person where you can really cooperate closely together and you can really spur each other on. But day 2 of March sees Saturn, the structural influence of the zodiac. It too starts to go backwards, but this lasts for 5.5 months, and this potentially is the trickiest influence of all this month. Because during this period there may be some changes to your emotional situation or your outlook. The way you have a relationship with yourself can evolve, but there may be something that is quite limiting. Perhaps someone's going to lean on you a lot, and that can show itself this month. But you can turn this round and make it positive by helping someone, but also creating the kind of framework which says, look, I don't mind helping you, but you've got to help yourself too. Don't feel that you always have to be the supporter. Motivate other people to help you too. And the move forwards into forward motion on the 6th of Jupiter will help you to demonstrate those caring and sharing qualities that you've got. On the same day, Venus moves into the most glorious part of your horoscope for relationships, your 7th solar house. This can bring a healing balm to all sorts of awkward situations, and your diplomacy and desire for harmony can have a big impact on this month. Then in week 3, Uranus comes in to forge a great link with Venus, suggesting that something can happen very randomly. It could be an opportunity to travel with someone, you may meet someone on a trip, or get to know someone who's completely different to you, but you can find their influence like a breath of fresh air. It really can enliven you. However, this is also a month when the Sun is chugging away through to the 20th in that part of your horoscope that's to do with your resources. Now, you may think on the face of it, especially if you're looking for work and it's not coming easy, well, your prospects look rather tricky. But remember the role of Saturn. That is also going to be influencing your home zone. So a transformation can occur just around an organisation or a reorganisation at home. That can be about adding insulation to save energy. It could be about being more competitive in the way that you deal with any utility companies, refusing their offer and saying, I want cheaper and better. It's about squeezing down your costs through your efforts. And if you do, by the time of the full moon in the middle of the month, hopefully you'll start to feel much more in control of this important area of life. Mercury is going to move into the 8th house again on the 18th. It's rewinding back into this area because it rewound out in the middle of February, so it's now coming back. So you may remember this from last month. It soon combines with Neptune. So in week 4, at the start of week 4, you may get some confusing or conflicting advice. If that's the case, take your time. Don't be too much of a hurry to forge a final opinion on something that's very important in this regard. On the 21st, however, the Sun powers its way into your sister fire sign of Aries. And this can be wonderful because it really is going to enliven your desire for a bit more freedom, independence, variety, to break out of those everyday grinding structures that we all have that sometimes make us feel trapped and tired and weary. And of course, Pluto and Uranus is in this 9th solar house too, have been informing you for the last couple of years that you're having to trade off your desire for more freedom with see into your obligations, and it hasn't been easy to balance that. So there may be a bit more of that as this month draws to a close, and there is a new moon on the 30th, because again, that's going to see two planets clashing with the sun, whereas they helped the sun and the new moon at the start of the month. Pluto and Jupiter are much less helpful towards the end of the month. And if something is out of balance around your health or your work, you're stretched out, you're not really enjoying it, you do feel trapped, something may have to give, and you may have to do something which goes along the line of giving something up in order to gain something. But once you do, the liberation, freedom and extra energy you feel can really be worth it, and then you can invest that into areas that you do feel are much more appropriate and worthwhile. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.